This project's meant to represent what's happening with Wet'suwet'en, and the pipeline we built was supposed to mock of like what's happening in the Wet'suwet'en communities and where the government's coming in and building a pipeline where it's not wanted. So we thought it'd be a good idea to do that here and like build a pipeline where there's no consent and just mock what's going on there.
So we're out here today, March 4th, answering a national call out from British Columbia for students to stand in support with Wet'suwet'en land protectors over the Coastal GasLink project by TransCanada, a corporation that's developing a pipeline over Wet'suwet'en territory. So this national call out was for students to stand in support and solidarity with those land protectors to show that in our efforts towards indigenization, which post-secondary institutions often like to flex in their marketing campaigns, that through their endorsements, their investments in pipelines, we put a call out to students in Manitoba to stand out with these land protectors, to just speak out against ongoing colonization on Turtle Island.
CBC already showed up. They did it.
Maybe cut it down until you pick up the pipeline.
So first of all, I'm appalled by the way that Canadian government and the RCMP have responded to perfectly legitimate protection of land on unceded BC territory. I am delighted that the students are out here today organizing this. I think every single body here represents other people that would love to be here but just really can't.
We're going to get started in maybe like 5 minutes. But if you have hands, please grab a sign and do it. It's acknowledging Indigenous land, Indigenous territory, but we're going one step further and we're creating action out of what that means. There aren't treaties everywhere, and we're seeing that right now in Wet'suwet'en territory. It's unceded land where treaties don't exist. What's happening now is colonial warfare against Indigenous people on the West Coast land. So it is important that we're all here today to show support for the labor and the energy that our Indigenous relatives are putting into protecting Indigenous sovereignty.
We gather in a time where Indigenous youth declare the death of reconciliation, and we reflect on what has led us here. The history of residential schools in Cxdy Scoop, where RCMP literally ripped our children from our arms and away from our languages and our ways of knowing. So we heal from the past, we heal together today, and we heal for tomorrow. Ekose. Thank you, everyone.
As president of UWSA, one of the things I'm really working on right now is getting the university to divest from the fossil fuel industry. We're standing up for violent anti-Indigenous racism that surfaced this past month.
Everyone put your hands together for Leah Gazan.
Here we are today, standing by each other, standing side by side in peace and love. Saying we stand in solidarity in your protection of your fundamental human rights with the hereditary chiefs in the Untitled territory.
All right, so start heading that direction and heading towards the ledge. All right, everyone go out.
From it, running from my shadow when they call from me, looking at the past and I'm looking for something in the time when the peace of mind wasn't in the forefront, living in the darkest place. I'm running like a bloody nose, I'm far from it, running from my shadow when they call from me, looking at the past and I'm looking for something in the time when the peace of mind wasn't in the forefront, living in the darkest place. Got a little thing that I need to say, finally got out, yeah, I ran away, found myself in a dark place. All you really need is a low light. All you really need is a low life. I was living life with a low life. Had me disconnected, but it's showtime. Feeling like a threat, but they know I'm fragile with the pen. Oh, it's cracked again. Heart is bound and then he got his therapy. Wrote about his anger that he slowly came to be. The phoenix that would rise that the world would finally see. Yeah, I'm TJB. I really had a beautiful time in a dark place. Beautiful time in a dark place. A beautiful time in a dark place. Yeah.
This is what we got. So you gotta listen. We got this and our voices, and that's more powerful.
It shouldn't just be Indigenous youth putting our bodies on the line. It shouldn't just be us showing up constantly. We need to continue to shut down Canada. What's going on in Wet'suwet'en is illegal. Canada is trespassing. CGL is trespassing. Justin Trudeau is trespassing.
You need to step up. Like allies, we need you there. When we have actions, we want you to be there. We need your support, and we need that continual support.
Hi everybody, my name is Wak Canoe. Our team 100% is in solidarity with the hereditary chiefs of the Wet'suwet'en Nation. But I know that it is wrong to force a pipeline through a territory without the consent of the traditional people of that land. And I would go a step further and I would say that it is now wrong to build more pipelines in Canada.
It is always our women that are on the front lines. On behalf of our colleagues here, we lift you up and we say miigwech for all your work and to continue on. Miigwech.
I've been living in Wet'suwet'en territory for the past winter, and I was arrested in Unistoten territory. Canada is committing genocide in front of all of your eyes. We don't have guns, we're not the ones inflicting the violence, they're the ones inflicting the violence. So always remember that there's nothing to be afraid of when the truth is behind us. To make that clear that I'm just an Ikwe warrior woman speaking because I have something to say. I have my son here, so if I have an opinion on something, I can't just let it go without being sad, because I want him to learn what it's like to stand up for things that you believe in.
And myself as a settler, it's important for us to stand not necessarily just with, but in front and behind whenever Indigenous people ask us to do so. When Indigenous people raise their fists in power protecting this land, we can open our hands up as a form of healing.
How's everybody doing? So I'm speaking on behalf of the student group here. This is a pipeline that, just like most pipelines, is not wanted. As a way to take land back. We'll be asking all of you to come forwards. We have some paint, and you can slap your handprint on our pipeline we made as a way to stand up against it. We stand with people of Wet'suwet'en in hopes for a better future for all. Thank you. Okay, we thought we were going to stay.
No one can avoid every beat I eat. Hungry till I'm B.I.G. No, I cannot see. Visions bloody, wanna beef with D. Stomp you with the J's, that's just how it be. Wait for my killing spree. Yes, I'm back at it, you focus, yes, on my addies. This is the rapture after disaster. A bastard born to be